Why did your master send you to me, Henry?
He didn't, sir. Unfortunately, he's in enemy captivity.
We're sorry to hear that.
But I plan to rescue him. And I believe you can help me with that.
We can? How?
Lord Capon is held at Maleshov.
Our Maleshov?
We have to do something to help. I know it's dangerous.
Dangerous? It's madness. What if somebody finds out? I'd only end up with my head on the chopping block. And I don't even want to think about what they'd do to Rosa.
That's true. As long as Vavek's breathing down our necks, we have to be careful.
Who is he, anyway?
Ulrich Vavek von Neuhaus. The new mint master appointed by Sigismund himself. I'll help you free Lord Capon in exchange for evidence of Vavek's fraud. That's fair, isn't it?
All right. It's a deal. I got the evidence against Mint Master Vavek.
Really? Let me see.
Here. His handwritten records of the whole scheme.
There are names, amounts paid, mines, smelting works, yields. I'll be damned. This is perfect, Henry. This could wipe him out for good. It was a pleasure working with you, Henry. I wish you the best of luck. Maybe we'll see each other again. And give my regards to Sir Kunzling. It'll be a great weight off his chest.
Hey, what the hell are you poking around here for?
I'm Henry. Your lord's expecting me.
Ah, so you're the one. He did mention you, that's true. I'm sorry for being so harsh with you, but we were attacked recently, as you probably know. So we're a lot more cautious now with strangers hanging around.
Well, I understand. But I need to speak with Lord Ruthard as soon as possible.
Of course, follow me.
Well, we're here, but you'll have to wait a while. As you can see, Lord Ruthard has an important visitor, and it seems they haven't finished yet.
I understand.
And what now, Martin? Did you speak to Jerome Naz? Will he support us?
He won't. He lent a lot of coin to Sigismund, and now he's stuck with him.
Sakra.
He's scared. As soon as he does anything to upset him, Sigismund will denounce him as a rebel and right off the dead.
Damn it! Has all his counting groschen not left room for a grain of common sense in that head of his?
Jerome is a vain man. I'm sure he's pleased when the Hungarian king himself listens to him. He was boasting that he'll be in charge of some church talks in the Italian court. There's no way we'll change his mind.
But you've been to see other councillors too, haven't you? Have you any good news from anyone?
Unfortunately not. Some of them are beholden to Sigismund for their office, and some are worried about ending up, forgive me, friends, like you and Peter of Pisek.
Christ above! That's exactly what Sigismund wants. To divide us. To paralyze us with fear.
Divide et impera. God knows, that ginger fox is a master of dividing and conquering.
You are absolutely correct, my lady. Especially when everyone can see your problems. I've heard that Mint Master Vavek is still putting pressure on you.
The devil take that bastard! He had the gall to blackmail me in my own home.
Gentlemen, and my lady, sorry to interrupt, but I have some new tidings about our Mint Master. I've heard about his crimes against the Crown, and it's no trivial pilfering.
Are you sure the accusations are true?
I've got proof of everything.
Ha! God bless you, lad. Finally, some good news.
It seems that this young man came to brighten my day. Who do I have the honor of addressing?
Martin, this is Henry, our ally from Liechtenstein. Henry, this is Sir Martin Oderin, Lord of Rabosh, a loyal supporter of King Wenceslas, as no doubt you've already deduced.
Sir, my friend Godwin gave me a ring for you. He said you'd help me if I needed it.
Godwin? Really? Well, you choose peculiar friends.
I'm not sure what you mean, sir.
Godwin shouldn't be giving away what isn't his. But I'll help you if need be, although not on account of that ring.
Sir Gunslin,
Shimek? What's going on?
Mint Master Vavek is heading here with an armed cohort.
Right now? So be it. This matter must be brought to an end. Shimek, place a gunner on the upper floor and a crossbowman on the stairs. Then gather whoever you can find and join us in the yard.
Certainly, right away, sir.
Henry, we're counting mainly on you. I hope your findings are worth a dozen armed men.
100 at least, sir. You'll see.
I'll help you into your armor, Papa.
But quickly, and then go to your chambers and lock yourself in.
What? I'm going with you.
No. So go to your room. Take your precious crossbow, and if things turn out badly, shoot any of Vavak's whoresons who stick their noses through the door. If something were to happen to me, you're the next in line in our family. Don't forget that.
I love you, Papa. God Almighty, hold your protective hand above us.
Greetings, Sir Ruthard. Your gate was open, so I took the opportunity for a little visit.
No gate is closed to you, is it? The gates of hell are especially looking forward to your visit. But you're more than well aware of that, eh? Since you don't dare leave home without a horde of men-at-arms.
My men aren't here to protect me, but to enable me to keep order when needed. And today, I got the feeling that order is just what's needed. Or do you disagree, sir?
Weigh your words, sir. One might take them as threats. And be assured, we're very well prepared today for anyone who might threaten us.
Threat? A warning, more like. A friendly warning from the Royal Mint Master. Lord Ruthard, I'm offering you one last chance to surrender your mining rights to me. If we agree, neither you nor your family will have anything to fear. If not, the king will hear of the serpent you nurse in your bosom. And this time, you'll lose not only your fortress, but also your honor and status.
Enough! Do you think you can insult me in my own home? Do you imagine you could do as you please, just because you have Sigismund's favor? That can easily change when the king learns of the serpent you are nursing in your bosom, to cite your own words. Sir, only, considering what I know, you might lose a little more than your honor. Like your head, for what it's worth.
How dare you?
Henry, kindly inform the Royal Mintmaster what is being said about him.
The word is you're in league with Buresh of Krakowitz and Foreman Fett. Together, you've been falsifying the mining records. 1/10 of the silver ingots disappears from the records and ends up in your pockets. That's a capital crime. The king won't let you get away with that, whether Sigismund or Wenceslas.
I'd say this somewhat alters the perspective, sir. So from now on, you will leave me and my family be. Or your king will hear of your shenanigans.
Exactly. We'll see to that. Mark my words.
Are you trying to threaten the Royal Mint Master again? And with nothing but common slander? You haven't learned much since the last time.
Well, we've not had much time for that. We've been fully occupied with collecting evidence. Isn't that so, Henry?
I know about your account ledgers and the ones from Buresh. The real ones, that prove how you carried out this fraud.
You've made up those books. Or do you actually have them on you?
Of course not. Do you think we're completely stupid? We've got copies here. The original books are safely stashed away out of your reach.
Exactly. And if anything happens to us, they'll see to it that King Sigismund and the town council will hear all about Herma's Trismegistos silver skimming business.
So, do you want to chance your luck, or come to an agreement?
Captain,
Sir.
this matter is an internal affair of the Crown and my office. I'll resolve it here with these gentlemen in private.
Are you sure, sir?
Yes, damn it! Do what I say! Wait for me by the gate.
Let us step inside. Let's give the Mint Master the privacy he requests.
Gentlemen, I expect you'll keep this entire matter to yourselves. And I expect you'll be wanting something in return.
The executioner is far from here, so I'll be standing in for him today. God knows what kind of man you are. May God have mercy on my soul.
What? You can't just cut down the Royal Mint Master? Wait! We got off on the wrong foot!
I'll give you the wrong foot. Right up your ass.
You're right. I underestimated you. I made a mistake.
You certainly did, sir. A big mistake.
The only question is, how much your mistake is going to cost you.
Don't do anything rash, Kunslin. I understand you're angry, but he could come in useful.
That's true. Intelligent people can always reach an agreement that benefits everyone, and...
You're right. I'm more than angry. Swear you leave me and my family in peace, and our mining rights will remain untouched.
You have my word. I swear it.
Good. You know what awaits you otherwise. If Martin believes you can be of use to us, I'll leave it to him. I'm not in the mood for this.
Right. You said intelligent people can come to an agreement. So let's see. We need to know what Sigismund's planning.
Spy on the king? You can't ask that of me.
It doesn't sound like you want to come to an agreement.
You can't.
We can, and we will.
This is nothing compared to the punishment you're facing for what you've done. Either you agree to this, or Sigismund learns all about it. Then you'd have to run damn far to avoid the chopping block.
Henry's right, so don't even think about double-crossing us. You've a lot more to lose than we do.
And don't forget about your oath either.
I understand. All right, I'll do as you ask.
Excellent. And now get out of my house.
Of course.
I'll take my leave too, Kunslin. I've still got some affairs to deal with today. At least I can see our Mint Master out. I'm sure he'll be delighted to tell me many interesting things.
God go with you, Martin. I hope we'll soon meet again in more pleasant circumstances. Ha ha! Now that was a good one. The mighty Mint Master strode in like a lion, and then crawled out like a whipped dog. Oof. I can breathe a lot easier now we've got rid of that bastard. At any rate, Henry, I'll take those incriminating books. I'll hide them in a safe place, just in case he gets any ideas.
Good idea, sir. Here they are.
Thanks, Henry. You did a fine job, and I'll never forget your help.
Well, you can return the favor right away, sir. You promised to help me get into Maleshov.
I did, and I'll keep that promise. There's a secret passage leading out of Maleshov, and you could avail of it in the opposite direction.
A secret passage? That's a godsend. Von Bergov won't have an inkling.
He won't. It's well hidden. We didn't even know about it ourselves for a long time. Until Rosa discovered it in the fortress one day. She can best explain to you how to find it. She should be in a room. It's up the stairs. You'll see the door on your left.
All right, I'll ask her. Thank you very much, Sir Kinsling.
Don't thank me yet. The worst of it is still ahead of you.
I know what to expect. It won't be the first time. And besides, I have a score to settle with Von Bergov, and I doubt I'll get a better chance.
I hope you know what you're doing. I wouldn't like to be sending you into death's embrace.
Don't worry, sir. I'm no fool. It'll be all over before they know what's happening. And if anyone wants to lay down his life for Von Bergov, I'll grant him his wish.
See if you can do it without bloodshed. It would be nice to see you again. I'll pray for your success. It would help us in more ways than you probably realize.
What do you mean, in more ways?
Isn't it obvious? We've been sitting with our arms folded until now. And where has it got us? We look helpless, and it's difficult to find allies. But if you liberate Lord Capon, right from under Von Bergov's nose, the word will spread like wildfire throughout the land, and Von Bergov will look like a fool, and he'll lose a strong advantage in parleying. That would help convince some of those who are hesitant about joining us in the fight against Sigismund and the Praguers.
You're right. I hadn't thought of the other consequences. And I reckon even Jobst hasn't realised. Thanks again. As soon as I speak to Rosa, I'll head out right away. I'll get Lord Capon out of Maleshov if it's the last thing I do.
You've no lack of courage, son. But you shouldn't count on that alone. Be careful. And good luck. I'll at least look at the books you brought. I'm very curious about what there is on Vavek and how he did it all.
I wish you a pleasant read. There's more than enough on him in there.
I've got a feeling you're looking for me, Henry.
Your father sent me.
So I can tell you how to get to our fortress. A task for the lowest lackey, wouldn't you say? Well, you don't need to answer that.
Right, yeah. That's exactly why he sent me. But how...
What are you staring at? Do you think I was born yesterday? I was listening to you from the top of the stairs. So, this passage, it leads to the cellars, but the outside entrance is hidden underground in a forest, not far from the castle. You can find the exact place if you know where and how to look.
Is it in a cave hidden behind a waterfall?
Well, no. But it would be nice. Listen, nearby Maleshov is a stud farm managed by Hashtal, an old friend of Papa's. We had a wayside shrine set up at the crossroads before the stud farm.
Sure. I won't miss it.
Wait, though. We haven't got to the hard part yet. From the shrine, you should be able to see a group of boulders. Beyond them are the remains of an old chapel. You'll have to find it, and then there's a kind of... how can I describe it? A window. A gap you can look through.
If it's still standing.
I hope so too. Anyway, it should direct you towards some ruins. Go there. And now pay attention. Somewhere in those ruins is a stone cross. You have to find it and look where its top points to. If you go the way the cross is pointing, you'll find another one, and again follow the direction it's pointing in. That should lead you to a small clearing, marked by a cross in the rocks. You dig there, and you should get to the passageway.
That's a really cunning solution. No random fool would ever find it.
That was exactly my intention when I thought it up. Thanks, Henry. I think you're no fool, so you shouldn't have any trouble. And that's not all. Getting into the castle is the easy part. Don't forget, you have to get out too.
You're right. Horses will be needed. For me and for Capon.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Fortunately, I know how to arrange that. Stop off at the stud farm I told you about, and ask Hashtal for horses.
Where's the catch?
No catch. On the contrary, please tell Hashtal that Papa is still paying for masses for his dead father, as agreed years ago. And even if he's not too keen, tell him we'll pay him for the horses.
You got it well figured out. Thanks. Don't know how I'd manage without you.
You've done plenty to help, and now it's our turn. Papa said something like that, didn't he? You know, you might not be aware of it, but you saved us from a mountain of trouble. Papa would never admit it, but alone, we wouldn't be able to resist the Mint Master for long. You've earned the right to the gratitude and friendship of our house for all time.
Would you like to come with me? At least I'll be sure to find that place.
Would you seriously want me there? What if something were to go wrong? Wouldn't a girl like me be more of a burden to you?
Well, you wouldn't be a burden to me. Quite the opposite. I've already seen you know how to take care of yourself.
Thank you. But I can't go nevertheless. Papa would jump out of his skin if he even heard of such a thing. That's why I would like to ask you for one favor, but you mustn't breathe a word of it to anyone. Understand?
I'm listening.
I wanted to ask you, since you're going to be at Maleshov, if you could bring me something from there.
And what might that be?
A book. It has great value to me, and I was starting to worry it would stay there forever. But if you're going there now...
And what book is this that's so important?
It's hard to explain to someone uninitiated in the mysteries of writing.
What do you mean, uninitiated? I happen to know how to read.
Really? Mea culpa. You are full of surprises, so if you do find the book, you'll be able to read it.
Well, yeah. That's the way it goes with books.
In that case, I'm not going to make it easy for you. If you'd like to know why it's so important to me, you'll have to find it first.
Fear not, my lady. I'll gladly tear the entire fortress apart to find that book for you.
Restraint, valiant knight. I value your determination, but this way would give yourself away immediately, and I'd remain without my book. Find it nice and quietly, then come back.
Your wish is my command.
It shouldn't be hard. The book is bound in scarlet leather and inlaid with gold. You won't find many like such there. And take this, so you don't get lost in the fortress.
Thank you.
It is quite possible you won't get back to Maleshov again. So don't forget about me. And Henry, be careful.
You hear who died?
Good day. What do you need?
But then I heard him coughing his lungs up in the yard again today.
Not a chance.
What's the political situation in the city? I mean, the politics of support for our side.
All in all, miserable. Bailiff Plymel is also on Sigismund's side, as is his son, who's so corrupt even Vavek could envy him. And I tested the waters among the councillors, but it doesn't look good for us at the moment.
Who sits on the city council?
Wenceslaus Forsucher, Jerome Naz, Franz Rosenthal, and Andrew Polner. They're from the old and rich burgher families, just like us. Martin tried to negotiate some support from them, but as you may have heard, we didn't manage to win anyone over. They either have their interests connected with Sigismund, like Naz and the others, or they just don't want to commit themselves, so they don't lose their property and status. That's the only thing you can count on them for.
But they don't sit alone on the council. What about the others?
They don't. Then there are the representatives of the guilds. But to be honest, they don't have that much power. At least not for now. Compared to the old houses, the guild masters only quite recently acquired their positions on the council, so they probably won't risk losing them. But you're right that we might find support among them, especially by promising more council seats. The thing is, we're not yet in a position to fulfill such a promise, and they're well aware of that.
And what about Vavek? He sits on the council, and we've got him in our pocket, right?
He does, along with other representatives of the Italian court, and they'll do what he tells them. Except maybe Friedrich Kummel. But that doesn't matter. Vavek is a slimy bastard who'll sink us as soon as he gets the chance. So I'd like to count on him only when absolutely necessary, because as soon as he learns something he could exchange for a pardon from Sigismund for the crimes you've uncovered, he'll use it to untie his hands.
Thank you for filling me in on the local situation.
Well, there wasn't much positive in it. But you're welcome.
And what about the church? Couldn't it be turned around? You can see Sedlet's monastery from the city. The abbot must have some influence, doesn't he?
He does. And his relationship with the city is not the best. First of all, the abbot is burning through his property. The monastery is having financial difficulties, and all it can do is sell off its village properties. And who do you think is buying them up? The Kuttenberg burghers, first and foremost. Then there's a long-standing dispute over the manning of some churches, which goes back as far as I can remember.
Well, then how about promising the abbot support and getting him on our side? Promises cost nothing, right?
Ha ha! I see you're no newcomer to politics. But we hesitated with the abbot, and he decided to throw in his lot with Sigismund. In fact, he's given him accommodation, and is whining and dining him.
You're right, Sir Kinsman. It's a pity.
It is. I even wanted to donate them part of my library collection, which they've envied for years, but they can forget about that now.
How did you become a knight?
I paid for it. When Maleshov was vacated, I bought that fortress. Well, first I negotiated with King Charles for permission. Then it was entered into the land register as my property, and my house became the Knights of Maleshov. There were still some legal requirements surrounding it, but I won't bore you with those. But personally, I'm pleased that in the history of our house, it was me who managed to elevate it to the nobility.
You can simply buy a title? Just like that?
Definitely not just like that. But in a certain manner of speaking, you can, yes. It's not at all such an unusual practice among rich burghers nowadays. In Prague, for example, there used to be the Rokitsan burgher family, and they bought Okorsh. That's a castle 3 times bigger than Maleshov. It may also happen that some commoner lends the king a lot of money, and the king doesn't have the coin to pay back the debt. So he resolves it by pledging one of his castles. Nevertheless, the old nobility, such as Vavek von Hradec, don't like it, and they despise us for it. They see us as upstarts without a proper ancient origin. But I think in a few generations, if I ever marry Rosa off, that is, it won't make any difference anymore. We'll be established among the nobility, and all these injustices will be a thing of the past. I pray that my house will endure, and that my descendants will live to see it.
Well, enjoy your well-deserved spurs. May your house endure and prosper.
Be with you.
So, do you still have no regrets about how things turned out?
Why should I have? That bitch deserved what she got. And she even thought what she did was a righteous thing. Oh, it makes me want to cry. And kill her again.
Once was enough. The girls have been avenged, and that's the main thing, isn't it?
I suppose so, but I don't feel the satisfaction I expected. I feel a bit relieved that it wasn't because of me that Alice died. Although, in a way, it's almost worse. She died because of some mad woman.
I know, but look at it from the other side. You were the instrument of God's punishment. And nobody else is going to die because of that hag anymore.
True. But how am I alone the instrument of God's punishment? Without you, we wouldn't have found out anything. So once again, thank you very much, Henry.
It seems you're looking for help, Sir Knight.
Indeed I am. I'm looking for men for a military expedition. I am Sir Jan Posey of Zimburg.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Who are you, anyway? Whose service are you in?
My name is Henry. And you could say I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, of Skalitz.
Great. I see you're kitted out pretty well, all right. Have you ever been in battle with that lord of yours, Henry of Skalitz?
I have. Minor skirmishes, big battles, and not just with my liege lord.
Good. If you can keep your wits in battle, I could use your help. Have you faced Cumans? Turks? Don't they frighten you?
I've faced the Cumans. Those Hungarian mercenaries torched our village and killed my parents.
My condolences. But your experience with fighting the Cumans will come in handy. I'm on the trail of a band of Cumans who captured my brother. And I need someone who'll watch my back in combat.
Your colours, sir? Battlements, silver and red. I don't think I've ever seen that crest. Are you from far away?
Moravia. I'm the heir to... that is... I'm the Lord of Engelsberg Castle.
The heir or the lord, sir?
Lord, now. My father died recently. But let's not waste time on niceties and family history. Time is pressing, and my brother is in captivity.
How was your brother captured?
We were ambushed by this band of Cuman cutthroats in the woods near Kuttenberg. They killed my men and took Miroslav captive.
How come they didn't kill him too?
They're not stupid. They knew he was a knight and they could ransom him. Or worse again, sell him into slavery.
What brought you and your company to the Kuttenberg region?
We were riding to Sedlets.
What's so important in Sedlets that you'd ride all that way?
We were transporting a valuable cargo.
Hmm? What was it?
That's a family matter that I can't disclose to you. Certainly not until you promise to help me rescue Miroslav.
Is anyone else going to ride with us?
No one. It will just be the two of us, if you accept my offer. I asked the Lord of Pisek for help, but it seems the Bohemian lords are shitting their brays and afraid to set foot outside their walls, as long as Sigismund is camping there.
So you want us to track down and defeat a Cuman band, just the two of us?
Are you afraid? They sneaked up on us. Otherwise, we'd have driven them off. They won't be expecting a counterattack so soon, and we'll have the element of surprise.
It sounds pretty hazardous. How do you want to handle it?
Well, here's the plan. We'll go back to the place where the Cumans ambushed us, follow their tracks and catch up with them. Once we find them, we'll free Miroslav and take revenge. Can I count on you?
All right, Sir Jan. I'll help you.
Excellent. I was starting to think I'd never find anyone in this kingdom with a grain of courage, but I need you to obey my commands to the letter. This is a matter of life and death.
I understand, sir.
Follow me, Henry. Mount up and ride with me. The place where we were ambushed isn't far. Tell me, Henry, where are you from?
From Skalitz, sir.
Ah, drop the sir. You're riding into battle with me. So call me Posey. From Skalitz, you say? Where's that?
It's not far from Sassa. They mine the king's silver there. Well, they used to. The place was torched and pillaged by Sigismund's army. And it's been abandoned.
Right. You mentioned that. Well, all glory to your family to the end of time. Today we shall avenge them. That I promise you.
Which side are you on in the royal war? Are you loyal to Wenceslas or Sigismund?
Who said there are only two sides in this conflict?
How do you mean?
Loyalty. Do you think Jobst or Petr of Pisek stands by Wenceslas out of loyalty? Our own house has had dealings with Jobst. And believe me, that man is loyal first and foremost to silver. Watch out for men like that, Henry. Enough talk. We'd do better to quicken our pace. Dig your spurs in and stick close to me. That's where they are. Follow me, Henry. Halt, you thieves! Don't move a finger, or we'll kill you all.
Fuck it! We should never have come here!
Who speaks for you?
I do. Who are you?
I am Sir Jan Posey of Simburg. And these are my men here, who you are robbing and desecrating.
Your man?
Stop stammering and introduce yourself to your lord, you beast!
Mercy, sir. My name is Wojtek. We never did nothing to no one.
Did nothing? Robbing the dead is a crime. And since these are my men, I have every right to sentence you all to death for that crime.
But, sir, we didn't take nothing valuable. I was just looking for some food or some little thing we could swap for a bite to eat. These are evil times, and my wife and kids ain't got a morsel to eat. Be merciful.
Fuck it! We should never have come here!
Sir, please, don't let him kill us. I beg you.
Posey, wait. Hey, wait! Surely you're not going to kill them?
Have mercy, good sirs. We didn't take nothing of value.
Don't side with those bastards, Henry. We can't let this go unpunished. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't execute them on the spot.
You're a knight. Isn't mercy an important part of the creed you were born into? Ever since I was little, I dreamt of becoming a knight. And I always believed it wasn't just about fighting and killing, but also mercy and defending the weak. Show these wretches that a knight knows more than war and death.
Oh, as you wish, Henry. I don't think they deserve mercy, but have it your way. You hear that, you rabble? Go! And remember, you owe your miserable lives to Henry of Skalitz. It was only his words that saved you from execution.
Thank you, kind sirs. You'll never see us again, I swear.
Vanish!
Well, that's that.
It's pretty clear from the tracks which way that band set out. But I'd still like to have a quick look around here.
Why? What are we looking for?
There was a priest traveling with us, Father Stephen. I need to know whether they got him or not. Search the bodies on the road. I'll have a look around the cart. If you find him, come and let me know. He has something on him that's valuable to me.
Can I ask you something first?
You're all right, but spit it out quick.
How come you had a priest traveling with you?
He was an emissary from Sedlet's monastery. We needed him when Father died.
So you were escorting him back?
More or less. No more questions now, Henry. Time is wasting.
How did they ambush you?
It was dusk. But we wanted to stop off at Kuttenberg for the night. Those whoresons must have been following us for some time, waiting for an opportunity. They rained arrows on us from the woods and then charged us. Before we had time to muster, it was all over.
How did you survive the ambush?
When it started, my mare took fright and carried me away from the battle. That damned beast saved my life. And by the time I got her under control, those swine had already hauled off Miroslav and half of our cargo. I chased after them, but they lost me in the woods.
Shouldn't we bury those bodies? We can't just leave them lying here.
Unfortunately, we don't have time for that. May God forgive us.
That's all.
I thought you'd never stop asking questions. We've no time for chatting here.
All right. I'll check all the bodies and see if I can find that priest.
Good. And Henry, if you happen across anything that you might find useful, go ahead and take it. You have my permission. You should go into battle properly equipped. And anyway, someone will loot everything before I can send anyone here. The fellas had halberds. If you find one, it'll surely come in handy for keeping those bastards at a safe distance.
What, you're telling me to loot corpses? You were ready to kill those fellas before for that very reason.
That's a different matter. All the dead here are from my company. We don't have time to grieve over them, but their equipment can still serve us to save Miroslav.
Right. I'll get to work then.
This must be that priest. Dead and robbed. Whoever did this has no scruples.
I found that priest. He's dead.
Lord have mercy. Did he have anything on him? A small chest?
No, I didn't find anything like that. They must have stolen it.
Yeah, that's all we fucking need. Well, there's nothing to be done about it. I'll deal with it later. Now we have to save Miroslav. The Cumans' tracks lead towards the woods. It shouldn't be hard to track them, but we can't do it on horseback. We'll leave the horses here and go on foot. Stay on my heels and be prepared for anything.
Let's go then.
Wait, you're leaving that halberd here?
No, I've got no use for it. I'm happy with the weapon I have.
As you wish. Let's go. Lucky those devils didn't try to wipe their tracks. The tracks lead this way. Definitely more than 5 of them. Stick close, Henry. This way. Look, Henry. There's some girl there. Let's go to her. She might have seen something. Leave the talking to me so you don't scare her. Hey, girl! Wait! We want a word with you.
Who are you, sir? What do you want of me?
Have no fear, lass. I am Sir Jan Posey of Zimburg. How are you called?
Fiolka, sir.
Well, Fiolka, we're on the trail of an armed band of bloodthirsty Hungarian mercenaries. Have you seen them? They carry curved swords and have strange clothes.
Curved swords? Mother of mercy? I haven't seen them, but demons like that must be hiding in them creepy ruins on the hill.
What ruins?
Ma forbade me to go there. Wait, sir, did you say you're from Zimburg?
I did.
But then you must know it. That's what those ruins are called. Zimburg. Ma told me there used to be some great knight living there. Was that your papa?
What? Those bastards are holed up in our abandoned castle.
Well, they're definitely not at our mill.
Fuck! I'll show them. Oh, run along home, Petal. It's not safe here. Henry, follow me.
God be with you,
We're on your
Knight.
heels, fuckers.
You show them.
You'll be sorry. I'll teach those bastards. I'll slay them all. Fuck. This is it. They must be hiding here, quietly. They're really hiding in the ruins of our castle. Kurva! I'll hack the lot of them to pieces. Come on, let's try to get closer. Carefully. We don't know yet how to deal with them. Come here.
Sit. Stay.
Listen, here's how we'll go about it. There's more of them, but we have the element of surprise. We barge in and get right in the middle of them. They've got archers, but that way their bows won't be worth a damn. We'll kill as many as we can before they get their wits together. But it'll still be tough. You have to watch everything around you, not give anyone a chance to get behind you. If they pile up on you, don't stop. They'll get in each other's way, and that'll be our opportunity. A quick attack and then fall back. No fancy stuff, all right?
What about your brother, though?
I haven't seen him. He must be hidden somewhere in the ruins. We'll cut those fuckers down and free him.
I think we'd have a better chance if we attacked at night.
And leave Miroslav there to rot in captivity? Fuck that. Let's attack now.
You said your brother was taken for ransom, right? They won't harm him. Otherwise, they wouldn't get paid. If your brother is half the knight you are, he'll hold out, and we will catch them off guard.
Have it your way, then. We'll hide and wait till dusk. Well, it doesn't get any darker than this. Remember what I said, and let's go. Are you ready?
Up and at them.
All saints be with us, Henry. At them. For Cimberg and our ancestors! You're in for an ass-kicking, you piece of shit! You got it! You can dump that up your arse!
Túró tapofádba, te rohadék! Bazd meg!
Ez gyors lesz! Nem kellett volna felbasznod minket, nem pöcs! Kivelezünk téged!
Nincs esélyed, seggfej! Egyenest a húsba! Kerítsétek be!
Mocsak! Kivelezünk téged!
Mi van? Összeszartad magad? Bazd meg! Felaprítalak, te rohadék! Essünk túl rajta!
In God's name!
My head. I must have hit it on something. Oh, I hope nothing's missing. No, I have everything. A bandage! Quick! I hope that's enough.
Help me, lad! Hey!
Miroslav of Cimberg?
What? Who are you? What's all the noise outside? A battle?
The battle's over. My name's Henry. I came with your brother to rescue you.
Posy's alive?
A little bloody, but alive, yes.
Ha! Where is he?
Outside.
Thanks, Henry. Let's go and see him then.
Nero! Nero!
Christ. This whole castle's falling to pieces and this fucking thing's solid as a rock. Nero!
You fellas took your sweet time?
There you are, you ungrateful son of a bitch. What's the matter? Been tugging your bone too much?
I'm still strong enough to get you on back.
All right. Good old Simberg. Home sweet home, eh?
It's a bit ironic you saving my neck right here, eh? Poetic, almost.
Nice fucking poem.
Nice work, Henry. I couldn't have managed it without you.
I'm grateful to both of you, seriously. But what the fuck took you so long?
I went to Suchdol after the ambush to recruit some men to help.
Well, you didn't find many. They wanted coin, huh?
Not even for coin. All I found was a bunch of chicken shits hiding behind the walls. Not one pair of balls among them.
What about Henry here?
Henry's not a local, fortunately.
Where are you from, Henry?
From Skalitz, sir.
Sir, my arse. Call him Tugbone like everyone else.
Tugbone?
It's a long story. I'll tell you another time.
A story he doesn't like to hear.
Yeah, about as much as you love telling it.
True. Never mind, Henry. Tell us instead how you learned to handle a weapon so well. That was fucking lovely. You should have seen us, brother. We were like two angels with flaming swords.
Seriously, Henry, where did you learn to fight? Posey doesn't praise anyone's swordsmanship without a good reason. I'm sorry I missed it.
I've had a few teachers, and a lot of practice, too. But it was the Ratai captain, Sir Bernard of Oleschnitz, who taught me the most.
I don't know him.
Nor I.
He's an excellent swordsman, and a tough teacher.
Yeah, tough teachers make tough warriors.
So, what are you two gonna do now it's all over?
Over? We've barely started, Henry. Miro, please tell me you know where they took it.
I don't know where, but I know who. When we arrived, the band split up. The leader is a big cunt called Sharkan who speaks a bit of our language. He questioned me, but I told him to go fuck himself, and he gave up on it.
So it seems we still have some bloody work ahead of us. But first, we must reward Henry here. Here. You've earned this fair and square.
Thanks.
If you want to earn a bit more, stop by in a few days. Armed and ready for action, like today. Meanwhile, we'll camp here, then go back to bury our men and find out where the rest of those whoresons are hiding.
So this is your family seat? It looks a bit, neglected.
Well, it's been abandoned for ages.
Our clan has a certain tradition of, becoming impoverished.
Ah, bollocks. Just because we weren't born with a golden tit in our gobs doesn't mean we have to die like beggars. Our ancestors had to abandon Simburg, but our fortunes turned. We've got another Simburg castle in Moravia.
Which we had to abandon too, brother.
Aye, for now. And now, the Simburgs have their seat in Engelsberg.
But we had to leave there when our own uncle denied us father's inheritance.
We'll get it back, though.
What did they steal from you that was so important?
Oh, sorry, Henry, but I can't answer that. It's a question of honor.
He helped us, though. Didn't he, Posey?
Be quiet. If anyone finds out, we're fucked. It's bad enough that our own mother is refusing to hand over our inheritance. Or have you forgotten why we're here?
No, I haven't.
I thought so. Sorry, Henry, but it's really not possible. Once we find our stuff, everything will be clear. But right now, it would do more harm than good.
Actually, I'd be interested to know why they call you Tugbone.
Here we go!
Oh, come on! It's a long story. We don't have time for it.
Oh, go on, brother. Tell it.
I won't. You'll just start laughing like the village idiot again.
I won't, I swear. On my word.
Bollocks. I don't believe you. Sorry, Henry.
Oh, well, I'm not going to force you. I'll just tell it myself.
Jesus Christ, you can't be serious.
Oh, come on. It's a good laugh. When we were little, this prioress from the abbey used to come to the castle to teach us to read and write. She used to come early in the morning, and one time... she walked into Miro's chamber and caught him... I can't finish.
Oh, for Christ's sake. She walked in just when I was... playing with my hobby horse. That's all.
You were what?
Tugging his bone! Tug bone!
Yeah, hilarious.
She never came back to the castle again after that.
Maybe that's why you can hardly read.
Yeah, could be.
Well, I wasn't sure what to expect. Not that.
I'd appreciate if you didn't mention it to anyone.
Naturally. Otherwise, we'd have to kill you.
What? I'd never...
I'm just yanking your pizzle. Tell anyone you like. It's a great story.
Jesus.
All right. I'll bear your offer in mind.
Thanks for rescuing me, Henry.
Look out for yourselves.